come on guys, no faith in this project? Everything we've done? Granted, the motor does look pretty terrible, and any oil we put in it, and we covered it in diesel and seafoam, and it does that. But anyway, the motor still starts and it still runs. And I know you guys want me to flush the motor with all kinds of additives and whatnot, but I've got another way to flush all this stuff out of the motor. We're going drifting. We're back. Alright, we literally found out that there's a drifting event happening tomorrow. So we're going to have to do whatever upgrades we can as fast as we can if we're going to have any chance of going sideways. First thing to come off are these 17-inch snow tires. This is a budget build, so we're going to swap back on the 15-inch stock tires. We know the huge sidewall is really going to kill us drifting, but we really don't have another choice. And funny enough, our 17-inch snow tires have a smaller profile than our stock wheels. And now we've transformed the car back into its 1994 glory. With that huge wheel gap and wicked tall sidewalls, it should make for a horrible drift car. Alright, if we've got any hope of going sideways, we're going to have to stiffen this thing up a bit. Luckily, my 328 is willing to donate its strut tower brace, and held in with just 6 13mm screws, the swap is pretty quick. With the strut tower brace installed, we can step back and look at the only modification that's going to help us drift any better. And to keep this thing from overheating at the track, we're going to add a toggle switch. Essentially, we're just going to tap into the factory aux fan with a simple toggle switch that will allow us to run the fan on high. Luckily, this modification is really fast. Essentially, just find yourself a grommet in the firewall and thread through some wire. Now, you're also going to need a toggle switch. We're not going to use this one because that's going to be for the nitrous. But again, that's a future episode. Now take that wire through the grommet and thread it through the engine bay all the way over to the thermostat switch. With those two wires connected to the high and ground terminals on the thermostat wiring, now we can focus our attention on the inside. And we're using really thin wire here because essentially this is just a signal wire. So just use some crimp connectors to attach it to the back of your toggle switch. Well, the fan sounds totally horrible. I'm pretty sure it's gone. So let's turn our attention to fixing this e-brake. There's one thing a drift car needs, it's a functioning e-brake. And a quick way for us to do that is to use a drill that has a chuck built in. Essentially what this is going to do is put an exact amount of torque on the e-brake lines. Alright, we know we need to turn some attention to this motor, and you guys had so many comments of suggestions of what we should do, everything from additives and flushers and cleaners to rebuilding the whole motor. The only thing we're going to do is we're going to add 6 ounces of Marvel's Mystery Oil. And we know this car is going to be bouncing off rev limiter all day tomorrow, but if it holds together, I'm pretty confident we've got nothing to worry about. And this might be a sign of things to come, but we just checked the fan once more and the bearings are completely shot. No, seriously, this is the fan on high. The motor is definitely going to blow.